Yo, what is up? So, this is a game, another game. I've actually put FSR 4 on, but I haven't actually had a good go of it yet. So I thought I'd just test it out, because I've tested out Rebirth, and I literally prefer FSR 4 compared to DLSS. So I wanted to try it on this, because this is another game where I didn't like the look of DLSS. Even when I updated it to DLSS 4, I found, now there was a sharpness setting, and where is it? So on the DLSS it wouldn't let me change the sharpness, and it looked blurry anyway. It just sort of give a blurry look on Clyde's face, and I even updated it using the NVIDIA Profile Inspector. I tried doing it without forcing it, but then I'm just looking at this on here, and it looks so much like sharper in his face, more detail pops out, and that is a look I like in games. So so it just seems to me that some of these games will look better with a FSR 4, and it is a sort of Sony pull again. So it's got me wondering why that is, but whatever the reason, I'm liking it more on AMD with this upscaler. So I'm gonna have a play through it, and we are on the quality, so we're on the quality FSR, and so it's not even looking blurry at all, it's looking pretty good, and so I'm happy to go with that, to be honest. So let's
Not
see
bad
this
for a
float.
boy from the Imperial Barracks, eh?
I really love these Final Fantasy
I was
games.
worried.
What speaks of this Vivian? This
The
bird.
conquering hero returns, and with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me
Just get one
instead of
drink.
visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873.
It's like a Game of Thrones sort of game, this.
Odin was found
That's what it
where the
reminds me of.
fighting was fiercest. But
Set in the
of
Final
late,
Fantasy world.
the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Alright.
In summary, I know not to what end the royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are.
Yeah. Quite true.
Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Yeah, I mean, even that looks sharper in the conversations, I've noticed. Oh, just, that what it is, I mean, it definitely looks better on AMD with the FSR and these Rebirth and this game, Final Fantasy 16.
Alright, Clive. Keeping busy, are you? Me too. Seems like every report our allies sends us brings 100 new headaches for me to deal with. I've been doing my best to keep on top of it all. Sending anything the rest, I add to the list. Whether it's strangers begging our aid or friends acting funny, there is no end of problems that needs... And anyone with the time and inclination to solve them will earn a nice bit of goodwill for the cause.
Ah, well, I think I want to get on to some fighting. So,
They said they'd give us new clothes.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
yeah, so I'm noticing little differences, like when I'm looking at her face, it just feels like there's less sort of film grain over it. That's what I was seeing with DLSS on this game. So look,
Welcome back, Sid.
yeah, I tell you, it's definitely better. Honestly, God. To me, it looks better anyway. So chat with.
How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless
Yeah, he's
outlaws in the
definitely
middle
on
of the Deadlands.
FSR 4 there.
And it'd be worse than that
not
if Molly
surprised.
here didn't make the best stew this side of Stone here. Even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though.
And I was thinking, because this is
you're not
at
leaving already, are you?
34, this is at 40p. And I was starting to think on the 4090, is it just because I've gone down resolution? But this just proves to me that maybe there's something in that DLSS that was given more of a blur than it should have been. Because even when I switched to, where is it? I mean, even the normal FSR 3 looked sharper, and I don't know if that probably didn't help out DLSS with this, because you can actually adjust it. But because FSR 4 is so sharp anyway, I like to turn it down by 3. So I would prefer the sharper look anyway. Obviously you don't want it too sharp, but I just really like with what FSR4 does. Like I'm seeing it in Rebirth, but it don't over sharpen it so the hair looks pixelated. Because that's what I was seeing in Rebirth with the hair quality. It was so over sharpened, but it was just right now. So for me, I mean, as long as I prefer it, I think that's all that matters. I mean, other people might not like it, but I do. So that's how I see it. That's my
Clive,
reality.
have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually.
I mean, that looks really nice.
Hugo Kupka is dead.
Literally nothing wrong with that image for me.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is.
And this is one of my
Big
favourite
baby.
games, like Final Fantasy, the series. So
And with good reason, children.
as long as my
Tears
favourite
of joy,
games
we must
look
offer
the
up a
best they
prayer
can
to your
be,
parents that the heavens
and
might
they
weep
perform
with
well,
us.
I'm happy.
There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot...
Hippocrates. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do...
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're I even noticed this on NVIDIA. Every time you go here, your FPS drops to like 60 or lower. It's weird, but it's only an NPC area, so it's not like it matters. Alright.
Blackthorn. Do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
He's a bit of a miserable
I wanted to tell
bloke,
you
this
that
bloke.
Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
He might cheer up now, this bloke. Always miserable when I
Try
talk
to live
to him.
up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Cook.
Right, let's see what he wants. I mean, it has got to a stage now where, I mean, as I said in one of my older videos, I don't think I'll be buying NVIDIA again. And even if NVIDIA are better than Resta, I'm happy just to bloody go AMD just because it favours what I want. That's what it feels like now. And I generally prefer the prices anyway.
Barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
I never
Just
thought I'd
spreading
like
the
sort
word.
of do that, but it's got to stay. I just think for my needs, it just seems that AMD provides more of what I want, and even with this
So,
FSR4
Professor's
now.
got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing, not least of all Sid.
You're right. I should.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well.
Oh, sod.
I'll suggest it.
They said they'd give us new clothes.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Can't remember how you get over there actually. I haven't played this game for a fair bit now. Alright, so I've got... That's it. Hey, I've got to go down this elevator over.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
There we go.
Mid hasn't been
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Shit.
Why would anyone want to do that?
Oh, here we are.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen.
Huh.
The
The
Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's
enough.
so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
I was hoping to get into some battles or something. So, Not the most interesting gameplay at the moment. Although I can definitely tell a difference in the image quality, as I've been talking about.
I went up to give some greens to the...
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though, and I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Gavin-Otto? At least I don't have to go and find them. That's good. Up and down like a yo-yo.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Right, so...
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Can't really give a fuck, to be honest.
Otto, you're with me.
All right then. Where do we find this Stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy. It's the black sand that washes
Either
up those
one of
banks
them.
that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sack loads of the stuff. Might be worth our importers at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right.
You two take care, eh? I'll go and see the supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
He wouldn't do that.
Alright, so I don't know if we... make for a river and stuff. We can at least just get out this NPC area. So I wanted to just test out how it does in motion and all that. I will probably do a playthrough of something else. Anyway.
Welcome home, Sid. Didn't know you had that.
Doesn't seem to be too much going on in this game at the moment.
Never been to Curl Tail Falls myself. Never seen a curl for that matter. Not that I want to. I heard they'll tear...
Alright, so this is where we've got to go.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto?
Pretty sure that's in there. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. Out in the open.
Otto, sorry
That
I'm
looks
late.
really nice.
Oh,
Shot
Clive.
that.
I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet.
Yeah, for me, there's
Seems
definitely a
Batsol's the
difference
only
between
one who thinks smithing with his
DLSS
Stardust
and
stuff's a good
the
idea.
FSR fort
It's just lying
in
here,
this game.
waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
It looks like we're just not doing too much. So what I'll do, I think I'll save this anyway. And my next video will be a playthrough, I think, on something else. Probably The Last of Us Part 2, because I really can't stop playing that game. Okay, thanks for watching.